Hi guys, welcome to Psychic Astro. I'm so excited to be doing these videos moving forward. So these videos are going to be astrology based on channeled messages that I get from spirit. So please watch the videos based on your sun, moon, or rising sign, whatever resonates the best for you. Me personally, it's always been my rising sign. It's never been my sun, moon. I just wanted to tell you guys that. Maybe that'll help somebody out there. I've also noticed that for me, my rising sign and my natal chart, as well as my rising sign and my progress chart, also resonates with me. Sometimes more so my progress chart than my natal chart. So yeah, I hope that helps anybody out there. Maybe it's worth trying out. So basically what I'm going to be doing in these videos is I'm going to be channeling the transits of the month. I'm going to be going over the themes you guys can expect. I hope, you guys like these videos. I'm starting off, kind of this way with the paper and the pen because I'm new to this and I just need to figure out what works best for me through trial and error. I'm sure eventually I'm not going to be sticking to paper and pen, but this is what I feel comfortable with for right now. I also just want to put a disclaimer out there. As a psychic, as much as I love channeling messages from spirit, as much as I love channeling the cosmos, and although I trust my messages, I don't know, maybe it's my Virgo placement, maybe it's my Capricorn stellium. I want to tell you guys strongly that I believe you guys shouldn't just stick with psychic channeled messages only. You guys should definitely, watch or at least look into professional astrologers' predictions as well for monthly readings. At least that's just how I feel, and I do want to put that out there. To just be practical about these things and, not just strictly rely on psychic messages, okay? All right, with that being said, let's get to it. Hi guys, this video is going to be for my sun, moon, rising Scorpios for the month of March. What you guys are looking at is the energy you guys can expect to walk into in the month of March. So I'm going to update these transits as we get to the new transits, and then I'm going to get to my channeled messages, okay? So let's get to it. The first week of March. March 1st, Sun in Pisces in your guys' 5th house will be sextiling Jupiter in Taurus in your 7th house. So the Sun and Jupiter, these are two fire signs. This is positive energy, happy energy. This is definitely a lucky day in regards to 5th house and 7th house matters for you guys. So right away, I think of romance. I think of having fun with another person, somebody you guys are dating, somebody you guys are in a relationship with, or, I don't know, maybe talking to, okay? So yeah, this is definitely one of those days where if you guys put in the energy, put in the work, because again, it's a sextile. So with a sextile, this is energy that's being given to you guys from the universe, kind of like a gift that if you guys put in the work, put in some type of energy towards, then you guys can more than likely get the results you're looking for. But you guys have to do something, otherwise it'll just be sitting there, okay? Let's see, March 3rd, Venus in Aquarius. Oh, wait, hold on one second. Hold on. Wait, whoa. The ruler of the sun, the sun rules Leo in your 10th house. And Jupiter rules Sagittarius in your 2nd house. So yeah, this has to do with the things you guys value, the way you guys appear. So this could have to do with, relationships, connections. Could even be creative endeavors in regards to business. Definitely for some of you. Okay, let's move on. March 3rd, Venus in Aquarius in your 4th house is squaring Uranus in your 7th house.
So what does this mean? So I don't like this aspect just because to me, Venus squaring Uranus in general, it usually means one of two things for the most part. I mean, it can manifest one of many ways, but usually something unexpected with money happens. So this could be something in regards to an unexpected bill, a bill you forgot about. It could be something regarding the home. It could be a fight at home. It could be a fight in regards to a relationship at home, a relationship that connects back to home, because the ruler of Taurus is Venus and it's in your 4th house. So Venus is at home. And Venus is in your 4th house is telling me you guys are comfortable at home. However, it's Venus in Aquarius, so that's interesting. There could be up and down energy with this one. You guys may not be, since Venus has entered Aquarius in your 4th house, maybe you guys haven't been 100% comfortable. I'm not sure about that one. But anyway, regardless, where is Uranus? So it's the ruler of Aquarius and it's in your 7th house. And the original ruler of Aquarius is Saturn. Again, connects back to that 5th house energy. Could be romance, creative endeavors. Either way, it's interrupting your joy, your happiness, something of that nature. And I feel like it connects with another person, and somehow it's interrupting your home life. So it's either arguments with another person, or it's something financially happening where you have to spend money. March 4th, Mercury in Pisces in your 5th house is sextiling Uranus and Taurus in your 7th house. So to me, this talks about, again, there's emphasis on this 5th house and 7th house energy. Romance, relationships, or business partnerships when it comes to standing out, being on stage, could be for creative endeavors, something like that. Could be for a business that's at home, because Venus, again, is the ruler of Taurus, and it's in your 4th house right now. There could be some difficulty with getting this off the ground or with some type of movement, because Libra is the ruler. I'm sorry, Venus rules Libra as well. And this is in your 12th house, but you guys have the South node here, okay? Which tells me that you guys are not supposed to be in this energy of pleasing other people. You guys are supposed to step away from this energy and go in the direction of healing yourself, doing the things you guys want, the things that are healing for you guys. So this could be a business. So anyway, so this transit, Mercury sextiling Uranus, I feel like you guys will get some type of idea, some type of download from spirit. Because of Uranus, I think of the hope card, the star card in tarot, which gives you downloads, intuitive insight, gives you hope, yeah. And because it's talking to Mercury, which is talking about your thoughts, how you guys communicate. You guys could be talking about this with another person. And there could be a eureka moment, something to get the ball rolling. Yeah, communicating plans, something of that sort. March 8th, Mercury in Pisces in your 5th house is conjunct Neptune in Pisces in your 5th house. So this talks about being able to, in my opinion, because Neptune could either be intuition or illusions. However, it's talking nicely to Mercury. It's conjunct. It's like the good neighbor, okay? And good neighbors are hard to find. But when we find them, we're vibing with them, right? We're getting along with them. So this is what's happening with Neptune and Mercury. And again, Mercury is your thoughts. It's how you guys communicate. It's how you guys write. So since this is emphasizing your 5th house, it's either going to be creative endeavors, like really being able to tap into that ability. So if you guys are into writing, this would be it. If you guys are into music, this would be it. Like writing poetry, writing music, being able to communicate a strategy for this, things that are normally abstract or hard to communicate, hard to put into words, this would be the day to do it. If you guys have been feeling some type of blockage for creative endeavors, this would be the day to tap into those abilities. If you guys have been feeling difficulty communicating how you feel about another person, this would be the day to be able to understand and communicate those like dreams you guys have, those daydreams about that person. This would be the day to figure out some type of strategy to make your dreams a reality. I think this is part of the manifestation. I don't think it's all of it, because I think in order to have all of it, Saturn needs to be involved in order to make the non-tangible tangible. But this is definitely a big chunk of it, okay? Being connected to it. All right, so March 9th, Mars in Aquarius in your 4th house is squaring Uranus in Taurus in your 7th house. So with astrology in general, I believe in setting it and forgetting it. I don't think you guys should be living off of the transits and remembering each date. I think it's a good tool to have for really lucky, positive dates, as well as the dates that you should be really extra cautious because, you know, if you move too fast, you could potentially, you know, bump into a wall and then you'll get a bruise. You know what I'm trying to say? So Mars squaring Uranus, to me, this means being prone to accidents. I feel like this is one of those days where you guys should write down to make sure to drive slowly, talk slowly, because I feel like there could be interruptions in regards to fighting, possible miscommunication, possibly moving too quickly, and then that leads to accidents as well. So it's in your 4th house and it's in your 7th house. These two planets are talking to each other. So I feel like, again, there's some type of argument, some type of disruption when it comes to a relationship that connects back to home. I'm just thinking about how this could be playing out for my sun, moon, rising Scorpios, because I feel like it's so general, so I'm just trying to break it down a little bit more. Mars is the ruler of you guys, which is the 1st house, and it's also the ruler of Aries, which is in your 6th house. So 1st house, self, the body. 6th house, regimen, daily regimen, how you guys take care of the body, how you guys take care of yourself, but also work. There's some type of disruption with this. Honestly, I would take it as far as to say it could be romance, and it could involve technology. It's not necessarily literally happening at home. It doesn't necessarily mean you guys are living with this person. I just think these are things that are counterparts that are all involved. The disruption could happen at home. It could happen on the way home. But it definitely involves another person. So if it doesn't manifest physically, then the friction is inside, like your body. Okay, March 9th, the same day, Sun in Pisces in your 5th house is sextiling Uranus in Taurus in your 7th house. Okay, so I like this. This is being able to see something clearly with another person, about another person, okay? The sun brings light. It shines a light in a place that is normally not easy to see, because with Pisces energy, this is hard to figure out. This is hard to see clearly. This is hard to put into words, okay? Yet the sun is here helping you guys out. And it's talking nicely to Uranus, okay? Uranus is something of inspiration, a eureka moment, the lightning bolt, downloads from spirit, something different. It's like you guys could be talking to somebody else, and then all of a sudden, or somebody you guys are dating or talking to could be shining, okay? Because this could be manifesting in your life through another person. And then it's like you put some type of energy towards this and you see something. You're able to see something in a place that you normally had difficulty, okay? This could also be manifesting in a way where you guys are able to have confidence with being able to do something creatively now. March 9th, Mercury, the same day, okay? Mercury enters Aries. So Mercury is leaving your 5th house and it's entering your 6th house. So my suggestion to you guys, because I feel like if you read up on Mercury in Aries, it's usually, for the most part, a lot of negative things, but yes, you could be prone to fighting with other people. You could be argumentative, but usually, like, the part that's missing to this description is you will feel extra passionate about the things you guys believe in. You guys will be very intuitive because this energy is coming from Pisces, the house of Pisces. So Mercury in Aries, it sees everything, it feels everything, it understands what's really going on beneath the surface. And it doesn't really have, like, generally speaking, with general energy for Mercury in Aries, it doesn't have... It just wants to get its energy out. So whatever it sees, it's going to call you out on. So if you guys see bullshit, you're going to just speak that and put that out there. And Mercury in Aries, it usually sees bullshit very easily and it calls people out because it doesn't have a problem with that. It's very blunt. It literally doesn't know how to sugarcoat anything because it's the baby of the zodiac. So I would say with this energy, especially because you're going to be dealing with it every single day, it's in your 6th house, you can't really escape this energy. I would just talk slowly and think before you speak. And I know that applies for everyone in general, but it's going to apply more so with this energy. And I think even though you guys may be onto things that you guys may see and think, observe, however you want to phrase it, I would say that if you just speak right away, it's going to cause more problems, and that will create the friction and the arguments, okay? And because it's in the 6th house, this would be talking about work, okay? So, yeah. But yeah, your thoughts are going to be on yourself. Your thoughts are going to be on your daily regimen. You guys are probably going to want to change this up. You guys may want to do something healthier. You guys may get into you guys just may want to do something new when it comes to this. Could be exercise. Mars is in your 4th house. Mars is the ruler of Aries. So yeah. The next day, new moon in Pisces. There's a new moon in Pisces, sorry. So it's in your 5th house. Okay. So the ruler of Pisces is Neptune. It's in the 5th house. And the original ruler of Pisces is Jupiter. It's in your 7th house. Again, we have something going on with this 5th and 7th house energy. Something new. And it's in 20 degrees. Scorpio energy. So when I think of 20 degrees, I think of the 8th house. So we're definitely going to check this out in a second. What could this be about? What could you guys be manifesting? What type of energies can you guys be expecting? Well, definitely it's going to be manifesting, unfolding with 5th house matters in a Pisces type of way. So daydreaming about, I'm going to say, incorporating, for those of you that are trying to do something new with business, with creative endeavors, you guys are going to be trying to either add that into your life, like put yourself out there online. I'm saying that because I'm looking at your 8th house and it's in Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, okay? And so is the 11th house. And it's in Virgo, ruled by Mercury. And you guys have Mercury transiting in your 6th house. Everyday routine, work. So you guys will be putting work into the 8th house and your 11th house. So your internal world, as well as social media, social networking. And the 5th and the 11th house are on the same axis. And then where's Scorpio? It's in your 1st house. So it's putting yourself out there. Somehow it relates to home. So maybe it's doing something online from home, a creative business at home. But yeah, you're definitely trying to transform something, change something up. And then, of course, when it comes to romance, love, something new is happening for you guys here. I feel like right away I want to say, when I look at the 8th house and I think about this, yeah, it definitely involves sex, like sexual energy, but the 7th house is connected to this, which is interesting. So, and because it's starting at the 5th house, it makes me think that something is starting new, but it's beginning at the 5th house. So it could be through typical romantic things that, and obviously sex would be involved, right? But then because Saturn's here in your 5th house, it's making you guys be smarter and take romance more seriously. So Jupiter is planting the seeds for you guys in regards to relationships. So you guys may be going about something new in regards to romance, almost I don't want to say backwards, but there's something a little different with it, because not that it's so odd that it's starting from the 5th house, because that can happen. Things can happen from the 5th and then it leads to the 7th. But there's something to that. But anyway, but yeah, so, and because Pluto rules Scorpio, I mean, so does Mars. But regardless, they're both showing up in your 4th house. So I feel like there's some type of potential here with, and again, the ruler of Aquarius is Uranus, and it's showing up in your 7th house as well. So there's some type of shakeup in regards to whoever you guys are dating or connected to or want to date, or whoever you're dating right now, that they may become serious and then change your home life. There we go. Okay. March 10th, Mercury in Aries in your 6th house is sextiling Pluto in Aquarius. Yeah, so there's some type of emphasis on transforming your mind, looking at your shadow, facing your shadow to do better because it's in your 6th house. It is Pluto. You guys already know the deal with Pluto. I don't even have to tell you this, but with a sextile, this is putting the energy, the work into something in order for it to manifest. So obviously, as we all know, as we get older, it gets harder to change. But with a sextile, it's like you guys are being gifted an energy from the universe, the willpower to be able to change your thoughts, or I want to say, see something about yourself, and it involves a thought process or the way you guys communicate. There's something either with your thoughts, your communication style, that needs to change, okay? Because Pluto is forcing you guys to see an aspect of yourself that isn't serving you guys for your highest good. And you guys with free will can observe this about yourselves, be your own therapist, and actually change this during this time. Yes, because especially more so because it connects back to whatever it is you guys are trying to manifest or do currently, because Mercury rules, again, your 8th house and your 11th house, Gemini, Virgo. You guys already have this type of energy. I mean, you guys have this energy in general, but with Gemini in the 8th house, this is detective energy. It's not only detective of others, but it's detective of your guys' self, right? Your own shadow. You're very much in touch with your own shadow, but other people's shadow. So that's what you guys will be connected to with this transit. March 11th, Venus enters Pisces. So Venus is leaving Aquarius and Venus is entering your 5th house. So what does this speak of? So Venus is exalted in Pisces in general. It gives you the ability to, number one, be extremely attractive. So it gives you that energy. So you guys may be attracting Pisces woman or woman with strong Pisces placements. But in general, it just creates like a magnetism, creates some type of attraction with other people. So, but with Pisces energy, as you guys already know, with that being in the 5th house, this can create confusion. You know, like, was it real? What happened? You know, and then it's gone. It's gone. And then it creates that whole transformation process, right? Oh, so with that being said, be cautious when this is in your guys' 5th house, because you guys are going to be very magnetic, very attractive. I would say, obviously, you guys are attracting, or should have been attracting, different type of men in your life, or men with strong Aquarius placements, or, yeah, no, I'm going to say that. I was going to say freedom-oriented. Anyway, but this is definitely also speaking about artistic endeavors. This is speaking about whatever it is you guys manifested during the new moon in Pisces. It's like the universe is working for you guys in your favor during this time. So Venus rules Taurus and it rules Libra. So this is your 7th house and your 12th house this is affecting. So I feel like this is what's going on with the collective right now. A lot of us are investing money into something that we are planting seeds in, and we may not see that money back right away, but whatever it is, it's an investment and it will be worth it, and we'll see it back in the future. So I feel like you guys are getting that same storyline here as well. So if you guys are trying to make something happen in regards to a business and you need to invest money into this, I would say that this would be worth it. It would be worth it is what I'm picking up on. Especially during this new moon in Pisces energy. Yeah, it may go missing and you may not get it back, but you'll get it back sometime in the future. Like, it would be an investment that would be worth it, is what I'm trying to say. Let's see. But again, this is connecting Venus energy to your 7th house. So yep, relationships, whatever begins for you during new moon in Pisces, I feel like it's going to connect to a relationship as well. So that analogy I just gave regarding investing money into a business and you're going to see it back in the future, I feel like this is the same thing that's happening in regards to romance. March 17th, Sun in Pisces in your 5th house is conjunct Neptune in Pisces in your 5th house. So again, a lot of people don't like these energies, like when Neptune is talking to another planet, because what's real and what's not, and you may be easily deceived, blah blah blah. Yo, what? I disagree, and I want to tell you why. So when these two are talking nicely to each other, and they're conjunct, they're sitting next to each other, they're neighbors, it's the good neighbor. The sun is shining a light with Neptune. Neptune is usually hard to see, hard to understand. It's very foggy, cloudy, however you want to phrase it. The sun is shining a light here. Even though there's still clouds, it's still foggy. It's not as cloudy, it's not as foggy. You're able to see more clearly and you're able to feel something much more clearly than you normally would, okay? So on this day, again, excuse me, Sun conjunct Neptune, you are able to be in touch with something that maybe you normally have difficulty with. Maybe you are able to discern more clearly on something. You're able to see something more clearly, feel something more clearly. This is definitely another day to be able to tap into something artistically. Since it's the 5th house, artistically, but also romance for sure. And it's definitely a happy day. It's definitely a happy day. Definitely in touch with your daydreams, daydreamer, but whatever you're tapping into, I feel like it would really resonate with you. So if you get this random thought in the day, because this is something I feel like happens with us and we don't realize that it's because of what's going on in the cosmos, because it's not just when we're sleeping, it's during the day as well. These random thoughts we have, it has to do with the transits. So with the Sun conjunct Neptune, you guys may be able to see something that really resonates with you that you didn't realize about yourself. You guys may get insight into these 5th house matters that you didn't realize before. It could even relate to, for some of you, the 10th house, because the sun rules Leo and this is your 10th house. So maybe something about how you guys appear when it comes to 5th house energy, or how you guys appear when it comes to creative endeavors. Could be that, yeah. Okay, March 19th, sun enters Aries. Nice. So the sun is leaving your 5th house. It's entering your 6th house. What does this tell me? So the sun is exalted in Aries. It does well here. And because it's in your 6th house, again, I'm telling you, there's going to be a focus on your health, your body, something about your regimen. You guys are going to want to change it up. With Aries energy, it needs a change. It needs, like, it depends where Aries is in everybody's chart. And it's not that Aries doesn't like stability, it just needs to switch it up. So instead of, I don't know, I'm going to make up a terrible example. Instead of eating breakfast at 6 o'clock, it will change it randomly to 7 o'clock because it needs something different. It has to do it that way. But I feel like if you guys are rising Scorpio, then you understand what I'm talking about because it's in the 6th house. So yeah, anyway, there's going to be an emphasis on health here. You guys will be shining when it comes to work, definitely. Wherever the sun is, you're recognized. So yeah, and this could definitely connect to the 10th house. So for those of you who are not trying to make something happen when it comes to business, then I would say this is definitely how you guys appear. You guys are trying to change how you guys appear. Yeah, Mars is the ruler of Aries, transform, change. You guys may be working out at home. You guys could be working out with somebody else. Yeah. March 21st, Sun in Aries, yes, is sextiling Pluto in Aquarius in your 4th house. Okay, so similar energy to what I was talking about before with Mercury. It's like you guys are your own therapist, except it's going to be a little different. To me, it's very similar, but just slightly different. There's going to be an emphasis on seeing something very clearly about your shadow, and at the same time, Pluto's going to want to kill a part of your ego, something that may give you confidence currently, but I don't want to call it fake, but it's not for your highest good. It's something that maybe feels like it resonates with you currently, but on a higher level, it actually doesn't. It could be like an old thought or something you were raised on, like a mindset. And it's been with you your whole life. So you feel like this is who you are. But with this transit, Pluto will be showing you, Pluto will be killing a part of your ego, okay? If you allow it to, okay, to be better, to do better. Because again, it's sextiling. So with free will, you can actually do something with this transit. You'll definitely be seeing something. So let's just say it's about health, right? You may feel really, really sick because maybe you guys, because of Chiron being here, right? You guys may be low on energy. You may catch yourself during this transit eating like garbage, and then all of a sudden you have this moment in your mind and you're like, you know what? I definitely feel more like shit because of how I eat. That's Pluto. Pluto is right there with you in that room. And Pluto's like, okay, so what are we going to do about it? You just recognized it. So what are we going to do? And yeah, you guys will have, because you guys are seeing something, you guys will be able to change this if you want to, because you're definitely going to recognize something. Or it could be the fact that maybe you're too, let's just say, I'm going to give you an example. It doesn't make it true, but you guys are too confident at work. You guys think too highly of yourself. And then you catch yourself at work being lazy. And then all of a sudden you have this thought randomly in the day and you're like, oh my God, I'm kind of lazy. Like that would be Pluto. Pluto would be like, yep, yeah. So what do you want to do about it? Okay. All right. So Venus in Pisces in your 5th house is conjunct Saturn in Pisces in your 5th house. I'm telling you guys. Okay. So now when you look into this type of transit, you're going to read mainly negative energy. I disagree. I think it's positive energy, or for the most part, I think it's good. And I'm going to tell you why. So Venus makes life beautiful, right? Venus gives us all the things we want out of life. Venus gives us love. Venus gives us beauty. Venus gives us art. All those beautiful, aesthetically pleasing things. And Venus gives us money, okay? When we think of Venus, we think of somebody beautiful. And then when we think of Saturn, we think of the strict father that just like won't back down, okay? He's the guy, the father that is gonna force us to learn the hard life lessons that we don't want to learn, but we have to learn, right? And there will be some point in life where, because of that forceful energy, very similar to Pluto, but different, there will be this point in life where whatever our fathers did, and I'm speaking general energy, please, like, let's not go into different storylines here. Generally speaking, Saturn does this to its offspring, its children, because it sees something worth of value, okay? It's investing in something it sees valuable, okay? It's not just going to do this to anyone, anything. And eventually, once Saturn has done its job, those lessons are ingrained in us, and now it's in us. This is who we are. It's a part of who we are. And now those lessons are usually not so hard anymore because it's who we are. It's a part of us. So my point to telling you guys all this is Venus is getting along with Saturn. They're conjunct. They are neighbors. Again, finding a good neighbor is hard, right? So think of a square, okay? With this aspect in astrology, this creates a karmic lesson. It creates friction, conflict, because usually there's miscommunication, there's an argument. Why is this? Because there's a bunch of energy in a room, and then eventually when that door opens up, the energy comes out like this instead of the way you intended it to, okay? So this is not that. We don't have Venus squaring Saturn. We don't have Venus opposition Saturn, which can be positive depending on your willpower and, you know, if you and another person's energy are at the same level, you know, willing to compromise, willing to work together, because oppositions work well together. Okay, that's the point of an opposition. This isn't that either. You have Venus sitting next to Saturn, which means they see something worth of value within each other. So there's no karmic lesson here. Well, there's no breakups. There's no miscommunication. There's no on again, off again relationship. There's no mental conflict. There's no pain with this one. When it's a square with Venus and Saturn, this means breakups, on again, off again relationships. You'll find true love later on in life after you put in your time. You're not having that. That to me is a problem. You have a conjunction here. So they see something worth of value. They're getting along. There is an investment here, okay? The reason why it may be a little uncomfortable is because Saturn wants to be disciplined. It wants to invest in the things that it knows it needs to. So what I mean by this is, so let's say Saturn and Venus are linking up in a positive way. Saturn knows it needs to be on a budget in order to get the house in 5 years from now, right? So it's going to start saving its money. Venus doesn't want to do that. You know, generally speaking, Venus doesn't want to do that. She wants to spend her money on whatever she wants to spend it on because she wants to feel good. She doesn't want to save her pennies right now. She doesn't want to think about the future. And so this, you know, will piss Saturn off because Saturn will have to have that conversation with Venus and be like, Venus, what don't you understand? Don't you want the house in 5 years? And she'll be like, yeah, I do. But like, I also want this. And that conversation won't make sense to Saturn, because Saturn will be like, well, what you're saying literally doesn't make any sense, because then we can't get the house 5 years from now. So therefore it creates this uncomfortable energy, but they're both willing to, deal with each other. They're both willing to deal with the energies because they understand where it goes. My point to saying all this is, because it's happening in the 5th house, the house of joy, you may feel a little restricted, but you're seeing something worth value when it comes to either restricting yourself, holding yourself back in some type of way, whether that means saving money or boundaries when it comes to expressing yourself fully. It's something. It's either business or relationships. Sorry, I was just looking where Saturn. So Saturn rules Capricorn. This is your 3rd house of communication, neighbors, siblings. And this can be very healing for you guys at this time, because Ceres, the asteroid, is here, which talks about healing and nurturing. And Venus rules your 12th house and your 7th house. So yeah, something is definitely getting lost when it comes to expressing this energy of Venus here. Like I said, something's happening a little backwards when it comes to relationships with romance. And when it comes to business, I just don't think you guys are going to see something come back right away. I think you guys are going to have to invest in something because you're going to see it's going to be worth it in the long run, okay? And because of these things, Chiron being in Aries in your 6th house, your confidence may get hurt along the way. Like your ego may get, burned. But I'm seeing that it's worth it. And with Pallas Athena here, the strategy is go after, like, get into that Sagittarius energy. Like, believe in yourself, have confidence, and trust in the universe and the things that you guys value, because it's in your 2nd house, and invest in the things you guys value. That is a huge one. That is a huge one. Invest in the things you guys value. In order to get it, you guys have to do that. That's what I'm getting. Jupiter's the ruler of Sagittarius. It's in your 7th house. There we go. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so let's move on. So March 22nd, Mars enters Pisces. So it's leaving your 4th house, entering your 5th. Okay. So to me, this talks about having the drive, like being driven towards whatever this is. For some of you, it's definitely like a workout regimen that's fun. I don't know, it's random, but yeah, I'm definitely picking up on that. Mars rules your 1st house, Scorpio, but it also rules your 6th house. Health. You guys will definitely be focusing on your health for sure. But I'm also getting sex for some of you, and I'm also getting being driven to work towards something that you're investing in, okay? Be quiet. Because it's in Pisces, my personal opinion, I feel like this is kind of walking and being unsure where you're walking. It's like, where am I? Like somebody has the blindfolds on you, but you feel positive about it. So there's something about, in my opinion, where you are basically, you have hope and faith in something. So you're going in a direction, a specific direction. You don't really know how it unfolds, but you're going to follow it regardless. March 24th, Venus in Pisces in your 5th house is sextiling Jupiter in Taurus in your 7th house. Yeah, so this is definitely a happy-go-lucky day with matters in regards to love, romance, artistic endeavors, but it's talking about the 7th house. So I feel like this, I'm getting romance. I mean, and for those of you that aren't in a relationship, not thinking about a relationship, if you guys are interested in someone, I feel like this is like having joy. I want to say expanding upon something here with another, but I feel like that can't possibly be everybody's storyline. But this is what I'm getting. I'm getting this. But it's a sextile. So for those of you that don't connect with this, then it's just an energy that's sitting there, you know, like I said. Let's see. March 25th, full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. Okay, so you guys have a full moon lunar eclipse. And it's in 5 degrees. So we're going to go about this a few different ways. Excuse me. So, full moons. Full moons, to me, this is illuminating something in our lives that is something that needs to be looked at and changed. It needs to be either taken out of our lives, transformed. It's just something usually that isn't working for us, and it needs to leave. So this way we can manifest the things that would better align with us, okay? So with this specific full moon lunar eclipse, it's definitely talking about a change, and it connects back to the solar eclipse, the Libra solar eclipse that happened on October 14th, 2023. So whatever needs to change, it's 12th house related and it's Libra related, okay? You guys already have the South Node here. I'm also going to look at the 5th house because we have the 5th house in 5 degrees. This is Leo energy. So, what do we have going on for you guys? We have Venus in the 5th house, and Venus is the ruler of Libra. Venus is the ruler of Taurus as well in your 7th house. What needs to change for you guys? All right, so what do I think is going to be illuminated for you guys? What do I think you guys are going to see? I think when Libra's in the 12th house in general, this has an energy, whether you guys are consciously aware of it or not. It's usually unconscious. But there's an energy of pleasing, wanting to please others. So I think there is a possibility for some of you that with this full moon lunar eclipse, what needs to change is either this energy of you guys possibly not embodying something that is, I don't want to say like who you guys really are, but there is something related to the 5 degrees that talks about expression, okay? And when I think about people-pleasing energy or just trying to make everybody else happy, there is something that gets diluted within ourselves, and then it makes us less authentic. We're not able to be our true authentic selves, and then that creates problems, that creates friction. So since it's connected to your guys' 5th house and the sun is here, I'm sorry, the sun is not there, but Venus is here, the ruler. This may be talking about illuminating matters when it comes to things that need to leave, 12th house, when it comes to relationships, romance, when it comes to expression. being more authentic when it comes to expressing your guys' self, when it comes to others, and romance. And if it's not romance, then I would say expressing yourself in a way that's more in line with who you guys are. Okay. March 28th, Venus and Pisces in your 5th house is sextiling Uranus in Taurus in your 7th house. Okay, so Venus is sextiling Uranus. I like this because this is a positive energy. It's an energy that if you work towards, it's probably going to work out the way you guys want it to. So since we have Venus, positivity, happiness, love, beauty. Well, not that it's happiness, but I feel like it brings you happy energy because of all the things Venus embodies, okay? And it's in your 5th house, and it's talking to the 7th house. So there is this connection. I feel like how this could play out is so many different ways. It could be connecting with another and having like a eureka moment with that person, understanding them more on a deeper level, getting more intimate out of nowhere, something like that. It would be a positive energy. I would say being able to see something more clearly here, because when I think of Uranus, I think of intuition, I think of the lightning bolt. Okay. Wait, hold on one second. Where's Aquarius in your chart? It's a 4th house. So this could also play out where you see something in another person and you think that this is somebody you could build a home with, you know, something like that, because Saturn also rules Aquarius. And this is talking about stability, longevity. Let's see, March 29th, Pallas, Athena in Sagittarius in your 2nd house goes retrograde. Okay, so whatever it is that's currently unfolding, or whatever it is that you guys want to unfold, manifest, create, get done, achieve, however you want to phrase it, things may slow down in regards to your mental strategy for this. Like, how can I get this? How can I do this? How can I go about that? Almost similar to a Mercury retrograde, I feel like, because with Pallas Athena, this is the energy you want to look towards when you want to accomplish something, when you want to get something done, because this is Mars's sister. Okay, so you know, in Greek mythology, this would be looked at as a place of, I would say, strategy when it comes to action. Like, what are the right moves to get you to the place you want to be at, whether it's, you know, physically, mentally, it doesn't matter. This would be the energy to embody. So since it's going retrograde, things will be slowing down in regards to this type of energy. So I would still embody the Sagittarius energy in the 2nd house, the things you guys value. So freedom oriented, open-minded, mutable energy. And it's in the 2nd house, so the things you guys value. I would also say, if it is business, if this is talking about like expanding somehow or working with another person to make something happen for you guys, things may, you may feel stuck when it comes to making something happen at the end of the month. March 31st, Vesta enters Cancer. So Vesta is currently in your 8th house in Gemini, and it's going into your 9th house in Cancer. So Vesta is that asteroid that speaks about that inner flame that just won't die. It's that passionate energy you feel, you know, with where oh my gosh, I can't speak. Wherever it is in your chart, this is speaking about whatever you guys feel most passionate about, okay? And that energy doesn't go out. It's a flame that doesn't die out, okay? Burn out. So anyway, yikes. Vesta will be in your 9th house. So funny because you guys have Pallas Athena in Sagittarius in your 2nd house. So there is this passion for learning, possibly at home, things that relate to home. You guys may want to be at home, but no matter what, this is still taking on the energy of 9th house things. So you guys are exploring something here when it comes to learning. It could be philosophy, it could be religion, it could be maybe looking into schools to go back to. There's some type of passion here when it comes to the topic of learning and a belief system. And you guys may be, I don't want to say like emotional about it, but you guys feel some kind of way about whatever this is that you guys are learning about. I would say you guys probably get excited to learn about this, whatever this is. Okay, anything else? No, I think that's it. What else did I want to say? So with that full moon, I thought this was interesting, so I wanted to tell you guys this. So on March 25th at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon will still appear full the night before and after its peak to the casual stargazer. March's full moon is also known as the worm moon, according to the Old Farmer's Almanac, and that supposedly refers to the emergence of earthworms. So I thought that was interesting, and I wanted to share that. All right, so is there anything else I wanted to say before we get to the channeled messages? Vesta's in the 9th house, Jupiter, Uranus, North Node, Chiron, Mercury, Sun. Definitely something's going on positive when it comes to 6th house things. So definitely healing the body, your health routine, health regimen, maybe a diet, working out. There's some type of focus here. Okay. Let's see. What else? You guys could be enjoying whatever this is and having fun with it. So maybe it's a fun exercise class, or maybe you guys are enjoying, I don't know, I'm just counting calories, or, you know, maybe you guys are doing it with friends, or somebody you guys are dating, seeing, hooking up with. Maybe you guys are talking to somebody who's very healthy and they're motivating you guys. There's something about, I'm not quite sure what it is exactly, but something about your ruler, which is Mars and Pluto. Oh, I think I already said this. I'm sorry. Changing when it comes to home. And it involves another. I feel like I did say this. Sorry. So your identity could be changing because you guys are maybe moving in with another person. Another person is moving in with you guys. Maybe you guys are considering this. Maybe this is what you guys are getting passionate about. Maybe your beliefs are changing. Maybe you guys are traveling to them, they're traveling to you. Maybe this is what this full moon energy, lunar eclipse is talking about, the change. Definitely connects to being healthier because it's on your 12th, 6th house axis, whatever it's illuminating for you guys, whatever's changing. Because the sun is the ruler of Leo in general, and it's the full moon lunar eclipse is in 5 degrees, which is a Leo degree. So whatever this change is, which connects to the Libra solar eclipse, which happened on October 14th, 2023, whatever's illuminated that you guys will change or want to change, it also will be connected to, I want to say, changing your health for the better. Okay, so let's say it's expression and you guys start expressing yourselves better or more clearly, right? It's like somehow this will then affect you guys every day because Mercury, you know, is here transiting, and this will give you guys a boost in confidence, and then all of a sudden it's like that will motivate you guys to want to maybe look better, and then you guys will start working out. There's something like that going on that will happen. And there's a good chance it could be happening at home. Okie dokie. I'm going to keep it here. And let's get to the channel messages. Okay, so the channeled messages. So for the first week of March, I see a Wild West scene. And obviously all these things are symbolic. Like, I don't actually expect these things to manifest like this. So I see a Wild West scene with those two doors, like those two doors, like from a bar scene, from like those old Wild West cowboy movies. So I see a Wild West scene with those two doors that flap open and close into a bar, and the energy is moving really fast. I feel like you guys are opening up towards someone or vice versa, or you guys are feeling open to someone new, and it may feel dangerous, like dangerous territory because it's new, but there's something fast happening here. I think also because I'm picking up on a bar scene, it may feel like that Neptune energy, like you guys are like maybe escapism, you know, like you guys are drunk. And the fact that I'm picking up on a bar scene, it also may feel you know, I feel like dangerous because I'm picking up on a Wild West bar scene, and I always think of fights. So even though I'm not seeing a fighting scene, it feels dangerous for some reason. So, and I feel like, no offense to you guys, but I feel like this makes sense. Like being open or open to something new or opening up to somebody new is, excuse me, dangerous for you guys, quote unquote dangerous. And when I look back at all the first week transits, it's totally possible that this is what happened. I don't know what day I'm uploading this video, but I'm pretty positive the first week should have passed by now. So you guys should know if this manifested or not. But everything I'm seeing for the first week of March is talking about your 5th house and your 7th house. Pretty much. So yeah, let me know if that ended up happening or not, or if that resonates in some way. Second week of March, there is this energy of wanting to see everything someone has, but you don't want to show your energy and you want to merge with them. I feel like there is this 9 of Cups energy going on with another. You feel intuitively there is a future with someone new. I see a walkie-talkie from your mind into their heart, and there's so much light, and your energy is very anxious and a little forceful, but also very Scorpio. Like, show me, you need to show me because I know. So I don't know if that makes sense, like, because of how I worded it, but basically, like, the energy I'm seeing is that you guys need, you guys need somebody to show you their cards before you show your cards. And this is because you guys know intuitively what is going on. This is what you guys feel. Okay, so the third week of March, I see that there is this big ball of consciousness in bed with you. Listen, this is how I saw it. It was a big ball, okay? And it was symbolic of consciousness. And it was in bed with you guys. And this other person, so there's a big ball of consciousness in bed with you guys, and then there's this other person. And then I see you and this other person in a mouth. Okay, now I know that sounds odd, but this is how I'm seeing it. And it represents something about talking. So to me, this is talking about literally about communication, and that there is some type of consciousness here, that there is some type of intimacy going on, and that if you guys aren't literally talking by the third week to this person, there's something intimate on like I want to say a higher conscious level. Like there is an inner knowing between you and this person, or at least this is how you guys feel. I then see this next vision where you guys are stressed out thinking about this person because of Pisces energy. This person you're interested in represents Pisces energy. So to me, I feel like this could upset Scorpio energy, because there is an energy of stress due to not being able to figure out something clearly. There's confusion. So can you trust this? And your feelings may be involved. So when I look at the third week of March, what transits are going on? Yeah, so I'm definitely going to say that this is Pluto talking to the sun. Excuse me. Yeah, so there's hello. And then there's Venus in Pisces conjunct Saturn in Pisces. So what did I see again for you guys? There's a big ball of consciousness in bed with you and the other person I see. So yeah, there may be bigger thoughts because there's something serious going on here. And possibly karmic because of Saturn being involved with Venus, and this is already playing out with your 7th and your 5th house. There's something of romance. Okay, last week of March, I'm seeing the Seattle Space Needle. And for those of you who don't know, this is in Washington. And then this turns into a watch. So right away I think of Saturn. And then it's an observation tower. So Seattle Space Needle. It's an observation tower. So I believe you guys either do see something very clearly about this person, or you guys believe you've seen something very clearly about this person, which you believe could be a problem for the possible future you thought you wanted with this person, and you aren't sharing this out loud, or you may not be seeing clearly. And this is because I see you wearing sunglasses. But to you guys, you believe you see something clearly the last week of March that you don't like. I then see natural satellites orbiting Earth, but instead of orbiting Earth, they're actually orbiting you. So, with natural satellites, just in case, because I had to Google this just to be clear with you guys, the satellites that usually orbit Earth, oh, hold on one second. What did I write here? Oh, okay, that's true. So, okay, so moons are called, wait, why did I write this? I'm so sorry. What?
Okay, so anyway, so I wrote something here that I thought was interesting, but the way I worded it is a little confusing. So moons are called natural satellites because they orbit planets. I'm sure there's something to that I should have looked into. I don't know why I wrote it like that. So you guys are gonna have to look into that if you're intrigued by that. But it's really besides the point, because I was just trying to look into the vision I got. But the moon influences tides. I don't know why I keep talking about it like it's plural. The moon influences the ocean with the tide. So there is a gravitational pull with natural satellites, such as the moon, which can influence the tides of the oceans on the planet they orbit. The whole point to me trying to tell you guys this, that satellites provide information. They also provide information about Earth. So I think what's happening here the last week of March is that you guys being, you know, either Scorpios or sun, moon, rising Scorpios, this may make you guys uncomfortable because there's something happening here where I see you guys closing your eyes, but yet you're holding a mirror up to yourself, and in the mirror I see a reflection of your chest and it's open, yet your eyes are closed to this, but the other person sees what's going on, meaning this person sees into your soul, and you may not like that. So you guys believe this person can hurt you because I'm seeing you as Humpty Dumpty before the great fall. Now, I'm gonna try to like rephrase that as straightforward as I can because I messed it up and maybe you guys didn't get any of that. So I think the reason I'm seeing this observation tower, the Space Needle from Washington, you guys are seeing something about this person that you guys are interested in. I don't know if you guys are talking to this person because I'm not really seeing that, but I'm seeing something about you guys feeling connected to this person. I think just you guys doing Scorpio things, okay? Before opening up is what I'm picking up on, like general energy. So, but the thing is, I see there's something you guys see that you don't like. However, you guys are wearing sunglasses. Anytime I see anybody wearing sunglasses, it means they're not seeing something clearly because of the obvious. So, I'm so sorry. So my point is that in the next scene, I'm seeing these satellites that are orbiting around you guys. And then I was trying to describe what satellites do just in case you guys didn't know. And that's where I screwed it up. So I believe you guys feel that this person that you guys are interested in can know too much about you guys. And that may be something you guys don't like. So yeah. But maybe there's something to that you guys aren't seeing clearly, okay? Or there's something you guys aren't understanding about that part. Because again, you're wearing sunglasses, okay? It probably has something to do with this going on here, this 12th house energy. Because I'm trying to think, and I myself am not getting the message. But so anyway, and then, oh yeah, exactly. So here's the confirmation that you guys are not seeing something, because you guys are literally holding up a mirror to yourselves, but your eyes are literally closed. However, there's something about your heart that is opening up, and the other person sees this. So yeah, I think there's just something about feeling exposed, and there's something you guys don't like about it, but yet at the same time there's something you're not seeing clearly about it. I don't know. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys in regards to my channeled messages. And the last one I saw was you guys as Humpty Dumpty, and so it definitely has something to do with you guys being afraid that you guys can be hurt. So it may not be that you guys actually don't like that this person can have access to you. It's more about the fears as to what this can do. So yeah, that's what I got for you for the month of March.